Hello everyone. So finally we could solve, but there was a delay for 10 minutes. I know the time is important. Really sorry for that. We got the paper slightly late. That was the only reason for the delay. So I'll be discussing the answer quickly. No more detailed description and all. Case scenarios, if you look at, it was slightly lengthy and a lot of confusing information. Again, one incorrect solution as per me, but we'll have to wait. What ICI says. Okay, I hope the audio is clear, video is clear. Just you can confirm that. So first one, there are 5 or 6 bits. So looking at the first question. What will be the amount of provision for illegal use of automotives accessory? This is the same question that is there in the material in a different way, where you have to only consider what is the penalty. You don't need to consider the part where they will be constructing, because that has not yet been started. Then finance cost of convertible loan notes. Now this is this is not loan notes actually. This is preference shares. Okay, you cannot say it to be a loan note. The amount comes to 83,150 approximately. Okay, so that is one thing. We'll just add okay. Then how should the loan be classified in the financial statement? Now here, because before they have said they are still preparing, okay, they have not even mentioned the date, so the approval has been received, so we'll classify it as non-current financial liability. Then how would the transaction with respect to purchase of silver? Again, there is a gold example in the study material. It will be a derivative financial liability measured at FVTPL. Okay, derivative is not measured at FVTOCI, so that is obviously out. And it is not equity because the number of shares are not fixed. It is not a fixed contract. How would the acquisition of MNO Limited be accounted for in the books of Hans Limited? Now, this is one question which they have picked up from the educational material. There is a similar explanation given in the educational material. Now, two things are there. One, if you calculate the percentage, okay, the asset acquired versus, where was it? Yeah. Here if you see, they paid 600 plus 185, right? So they have paid total of 785. Acquired value of asset is 700. Plus they have said that someone who will manage will not get transferred, but maintenance and other services will happen. This approximately is equal to 89 some percentage. This will be 90%. So you can take it as an asset purchase as per me. Okay, because the key person who will be managing that process is not being transferred. Only services and small aspects are being transferred. But then if you assume that the person who was managing is not very significant, then in that case it would be a business combination. Okay, so and please understand, the asset concentration test is not a full-fledged rule. Even if it is met, you have to look at other scenarios as well. So here I am assuming either you will get option A as the answer or option C as the answer. Then moving on to the next one. Here this same scenario is given in the study material. So the correct answer here is statement 2 and 3. Both are correct. Okay, because 3 is correct and there is no other option which fits 3. So that way also you could have got the answer. Then Zebra holds 80% of equity and 25% irredeemable preference share. So this also becomes equity classification. Now here they have asked to calculate NCI. Now this question, though 24.7 I have marked it, this is an incorrect answer, because what ICAI has done is they have not considered this increase in 3 crores fair value. This 3 crores fair value increase should also be considered. What they have done, they have taken 20% of this, 75% of this, 20% of equity, and they have just taken the difference of depreciation and done the adjustment. Whereas this 6 crores to 9 crores adjustment, whatever is there, that is not done. Okay, the 3 crores increase in value should also be considered. That is not done. So there I think it would be slightly incorrect, and they have not said whether NCI has to be done at proportionate share in net assets and all of that. So 24.7 is the closest answer that you can get by doing some permutations and combinations, right? So that is as per my calculation. Then I didn't do this. This I think you should be able to figure out. I did only the calculation part. Then moving on to the next one here. Purchase of dogs by Somya Limited. This falls into the category of property, plant and equipment, because you are not using it for agriculture produce. You are using it for management, security purpose. This we have discussed in class as well. So this is PPE. So it is outside of scope. Okay, and it applies to agricultural produce at the time of harvest. It is applicable at the time of harvest. Before harvest, it is biological asset. After harvest, inverse 2 is applicable. So 1 and 2 are true, but 2 is not the explanation of 1. That should be the answer. Cost of software on initial recognition. This is a straightforward one. See, entry tax will not consider. You will take 1 lakh. This will be 2 lakhs. This is 24,000 and this is 42,000. So based on that, you can calculate. It is 366. Now, unamortized processing fee of old loan. Now here, loan is taken from a different company. Loan has been borrowed from another entity, and it is not refinancing or modification and all of that. Hence, it has to be charged to P&L. Then here, there is a lease that has happened, and earlier it was PPE, then it has been moved to lease. So should we reclassify from PPE to investment property? Yes. Change in classification due to change in purpose is a change in accounting policy. No, it is a different use altogether. So it will not be considered as change in accounting policy. Revenue should be recognized on 1st of June for machinery. That comes to 3571,896. Now coming to question number 10. Value of inventory. Again, same firm contract. Let me just quickly calculate that. 5,000 packets of computer on 31st March recorded at 340. Market price is 280 and that could be sold. They have a firm contract to sell 2760 packets. So 2760 into 380 minus 20. So this is into 360. Cost is how much? 340. So 2760 you will carry at cost. So 2760 into 340. This is 938,400, and out of 5,000 remaining, so 5,000 minus 2760, 2240. This has to be sold in the outside market. In fact, one student had asked us 2 days back only the same question. And outside market, when you sell, it is 280 minus 20, so 260. So if you do that, you get 582,400. So 582,400 plus 938,400. That is 1520,800. I hope we have the option. Ah, 1576. Just a moment. $5,000 and carrying amount of 340. So 280 minus 20, 260. Just a moment, I'll quickly calculate and post it. 2760 and 5,000 minus 2760. Okay, 5,000 carrying amount. I am also in a pressure to solve, so that thing keeps happening. It can be sold at 340 and 380 minus 20. So this has to be valued at 340. 2760 into 340 and 2240 number of packets balance, which can be sold at 260. So the answer should be 1520,800 is what I got. What did they do? So looks like they have taken 360 only. 1576. So this also, so guys, 2 questions wrong. This also is wrong. 1576 is not the correct answer, because carrying amount, unless they say that cost is higher. Have they said cost? They have not said cost anywhere. Okay, so if they have not said cost anywhere, we cannot consider that 340 is the NRV, or cost is more than 340. So this also is wrong. As per the institute, this answer is wrong. My answer is 1520,800 is my answer. That is how it should be valued. Okay. Thanks a lot for joining in, and correct, but that is 1676. If you don't consider NRV, realizable value, then it's no. Okay. Wait. Incremental will not be reduced from cost base. No, but it will be reduced. No, 280 minus this, and carrying amount is 340. So it has to be 1520 only. Let's wait. Okay, let us wait for the institute answers, and thanks a lot for joining in. All the best. See, the idea to do this is, carrying amount generally means cost. They have not mentioned. No, very poorly drafted question. Anyways, the idea to do this session was to give you confidence. Whatever you have done out of 30 marks, even if you have got 22 marks, it is more than sufficient. Focus well on AFM paper. You have 2 days of leave, right? So please focus on that, and all the very best for your upcoming exams. I will be coming up with the detailed solutions later once your examinations are done. Thank you.